New version, full self-driving, November, not sure what it is. 13, 12,
Yeah,
13?
13.
Just got the update, pouring rain outside, flipping on full self-driving. The speed limit is so much better than it was before. Hopefully it'll stay that way. And then as we say that, it does a massive deceleration. But here we come up to a 55 mile an hour area. So accelerating really nice. Accelerating from a stop sign is really smooth, especially in the Model Y Performance. Now, coming to a stop is not as slow. It actually goes up to the line a lot quicker, which is really nice. It is flashing warnings about full self-driving may be degraded, but it's been pretty much rock solid. For anybody who's not seen full self-driving in the rain, it's really hard to see the lines on the road. You can see on the display it's perfect. So we're coming up to a straight stretch here. Hopefully we can go up to speed limit. We have 10% above the speed limit, so we'll see if it tries to do that also. But it is pouring rain right now. So. But even this, in the previous version, was not as good. They would struggle to stay at the speed limit, even in the dry. So this is really welcome. It's nice that it shows hurry up there also, so you know which mode you're in. But again, anybody who doubts full self-driving, it's pouring rain, it's hard to see. The car doesn't even notice it. It's amazing. And you can see when the cars are coming toward you, it's really hard to see the road. Interesting, it actually went a little to the right there. So now it's going above the speed limit, which is perfect. Coming up to 45, see what it does here. Still holding at 55. Now it's coming down a little. That was really nice. I can deal with that. It's a tough intersection here. Did decent. Not great, but decent. Again, acceptable for pouring rain. So we're 5 over. We're going to be coming up to a 30 through a small town. Interesting to see how it handles that. I know Dirty Tesla said this worked great over 50. I'm curious to see what it does below 50, below 40. I'll try to test tomorrow on Illinois Route 25, where full self-driving before was seeing the state Route 25 sign. It has a 25 mile an hour speed limit. Be nice if they fix that, but I'm more concerned about the speed limit. And so far, it's been fantastic tonight. So we're going to go from 45 down to 35, down to 30 up here. There it recognizes speed limits, not slowing down. That's not great. Now we're going down to 30. Now it finally figured it out. Got this trailer on the right, does a nice avoiding maneuver around there. And you can see it's really nice and smooth to the stop sign, whereas before it was generally really slow going up to a stop sign. That was really nice. And even the acceleration off is really nice, because in the Model Y Performance it would tend to really accelerate hard off of a stoplight or a stop sign. Oh, that's interesting. Turn signal to go around that one. And by the way, we have no navigation on. It's just driving itself. So I'm going to probably stop up here at the stoplight so we can make a right-hand turn and then flip it back on. But before, it would really slow down coming up to the stoplights and stop signs, and now it's doing really a wonderful job of smoothly doing that. Okay, going back on. 35 through town here, actually 30, and then it'll go up to 35 through town, and then up to 45. 10% above speed limit, so this is nice. They're really trying to get me to buy this, by the way. It's gotten so good since we bought the car in March of 2024. Just in that small time period. Up to 35 here, see if it adjusts. Not bad. Got 45 coming up here in a few minutes. There's 45 kind of hidden a little behind the pole. Just recognized it. Is it going to go up nicely now? It seems like it's a little slow going up, but it's actually going up. Whereas before, a lot of times it would not even go up, and you'd have to accelerate to get it to go up. So this is wonderful. I can play with the speed limit percentage a little at some point. And again, it's raining like crazy, so. See what max we got it at. 51 max. And by the way, we did like the other display where you could see the max constantly on your display, but if it works, I'll take it. Yeah, so it's still not going up pretty good up to where it should be. So I'm going to give it a little gas. See if it'll hold 52. And again, it seems to be holding really well at these kind of speeds. Disappointing that it didn't actually go up and it went down a mile an hour. Again, if it doesn't go down much more, I'm okay with that compared to where it was. Again, rock solid in the lane. Went down another mile an hour. And another. So this is kind of like it was. It would kind of slowly degrade. So again, not as bad. still can have some work that needs to be done there. Down another mile an hour. Now up a mile an hour. We are going downhill now. See what happens after this stoplight. How long is our video?
10:30.
How much?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. We'll go a little past the stoplight and stop. So again, the stops have been fantastic. Again, it is on hurry, but this is beautiful. I mean, it was somewhat unnatural before because it was so slow coming up to the stop, and this was just perfect. You know, what we've talked about is if you've got any sort of vision issue, if you're older, as these guys almost get in an accident to the right over there, I mean, this is just fantastic. So a nice acceleration up to 43. Let's see if it goes up to 45. See if it goes up to max. Probably not with these cars in front of us. We're still at 52, 53 max. Another real nice stop. I mean, these stops are wonderful compared to the way they used to be in the previous version. What are we at? Full self-driving expires. 12.563, and it's yelling at me for not paying attention. Yeah, I'm paying attention. So I just have a feeling we're not getting up to full speed because of the cars in front of us.
And possibly the rain.
Yeah, I don't know how the rain's affecting it. That's a good point. I don't know what, the algorithm is for rain. So I just accelerated a little up to 49 there. We'll see what happens. There is a person to the left of us, but pretty way back. The car could, in theory, pull over and pass if it was trying to get to max, but it's still, again, not going to max the way I would like it to go. It should be doing 53, and it should be passing the car in front of us if it was working perfectly. But again, it's better than what it was. Have to see what it does in the dry. So here we're going down to 35. We're at 50. We'll see what happens here. Normally it's a really harsh deceleration. Got this gentleman turning in front of us. That was really nice. I'll take that. That worked pretty well. And it did a hard stop there. So it does still surprise you. We did have it go through a yellow once, which was nice. It was, again, it did it perfectly. I'm going to get in the left lane, see how it does there. So now we have nobody in front of us. We'll see what happens off of this light. Because it should go from 35 to 45. And we are sitting at 51 max. And we'll see if this is a smooth acceleration also. Because it tended to really jump off the line. And I don't know if that's just the different cars do it differently or what, but this is really nice and smooth. It doesn't actually pin you back. So we're going from 30 to 35 to 40, and then 45 should be up here in a few minutes. This is nice so far. Here comes 45. See, it went through the yellow perfectly. It missed that 45. That was interesting. So it still thinks it's 40, even though we're in a 45. Here's another 45. It caught that one. Unfortunately, we have somebody else in front of us. Should be going up to 51. Even with those little issues, I'm still just amazed how well it's driving in the pouring rain. Holding the lane perfectly. If you look at the screen, there's like no degradation or anything. It just looks wonderful. I do have a guy right on my rear end back there. But we're now up to 50. Starting to slow down. That wasn't bad. So we're getting past, because we're only doing 44 and a 45. I would hope the car would try to make a move and make a turn, or a lane change, but it's not, which is, again, slightly disappointing, considering we're keep increasing the max. We're at 52 on the max. Somebody else coming up to pass us on the right. So it is going up a little as the car in front of us moves up in speed. But we are getting run over out here. Let's see if I can get over and get out of this guy's way. We're slowing get up to the max. What's it going to do again? It's going to show that we're above the max, slow down to 52, so we're at max right now. We'll see what happens. But I had to accelerate to get up to max. Well, I think we can shut that off in a second. Again, it seems much better than it was before. Still a little tweaking, but definitely better than it was before. So
Yeah, turn here.
we can see if it turns. Yeah, it felt like it skidded a little there, actually. Because it actually had to correct itself. So we're going from 2 lanes to 1. Nobody behind us. Really dark, really hard to see right here. But the car sees it perfectly. A lot of mist from the other cars. And we're not up to the speed limit again. So the initial excitement's worn off just a little. It's still better, but I expect it to go up to that speed limit as much as physically possible. And the cars in front of us are far enough ahead, I would think it would actually be able to do that. So, but I would say it's pretty good.